What's up guys, Manny from Motomillion. I told you it's coming.
What's up?
So guys, Jaret Campisi right here, the YouTube royalty, the Ducati royalty. We all know he loves his Ducatis and I love my Ducatis. And hey, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. This is awesome.
And having your bikes here. He just finished an M1000RR. That's a full carbon fiber M1000RR. I think it's the only one that I know of that's full carbon fiber.
I believe it's the only full carbon M in the whole world, yeah. Someone did message me about some S1000s, but I think that's the only full carbon M1000 in the whole world. Thanks to you. Yeah.
Anytime, man. It's been a lot of fun, and this is going to be a lot of fun too.
I think so. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
And this is a 2023 V4S, guys, so it's the 2022 refresh model, but this is a 23 model. It's a brand new bike. Literally, I think it has 36 miles on it. And Jaret's gonna do something amazing with it, and I really want to one-up that M1000RR because that was actually a really crazy build.
One of my favorites that we've done, honestly.
That's why, just because you kept on saying it's your favorite, I'm like, no man, you're the Ducati guy.
I know, but I gotta give credit when credit is due, and that bike just turned out really, really well.
We had Jaret in our warehouse. He went in depth about his build plan, so.
Let's start to go over some of the build ideas for this project. So you guys saw we're going to do the Lamborghini custom paint scheme.
So if you want to see an in-depth video about what's happening to this bike, just jump on this channel. It'll be in the link in the description below. You can watch that video, guys. And after all, he gives away these bikes. So these are community funded projects that he has that we work together with. And some lucky person ends up with these things. It's so we're just taking care of it for you guys in the meantime.
Yep, exactly. This is our 14th giveaway, this bike.
Holy cow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, time flies.
I know.
But so, this bike's gonna become a Lamborghini clone V4. And as you said, we kind of want to beat Ducati to the punch or kind of put our take on it.
Yeah, give them some inspiration maybe. That's kind of what I was hoping for. They've done 2 Lamborghini models, the Diavel and the Streetfighter, and both of them were shades of green. And I think that they can do better than that, personally. So we're gonna do the full carbon treatment, but we're gonna do a whole custom paint scheme, and Manny's gonna help us with all of that. And I think it's gonna be incredible. So you wanna talk a little bit about some of the parts we're gonna be using?
Yeah, of course. So Jaret, as I mentioned, it went through these parts and the in-depth build, but I wanna kind of show some of the stuff that's the level of detail that's going to be on this bike. So this piece that you see, this is the front fairing stay or the front subframe of these bikes. Even this piece is going to be completely carbon fiber, and it's magnesium right now. So most people think the magnesium piece is actually lighter than the carbon, but it's not.
It doesn't look as good either.
No, it doesn't look as good, but you know, we also want to make sure that it looks good but functions right, and stuff like these wheels. So for now, I think we're going to be using the BSC Rapid Tech wheels. These make a huge difference over the riding aspect of the bike and the agility of the bike, but also things like this, that these are very special pieces where the subframe is completely carbon fiber. I think you weigh everything on your channel when you do the build series. I think it's really cool to see it and also see the end product. But from what I remember, this saves, I think, 7 or 11 pounds because you've done a few of them so far.
I want to say like 13 maybe?
Yeah. So
there's a lot.
Yeah, it's this whole back end of a bike. And they're not going to be just bare carbon like this. As he mentioned, we're going to try to get one of our painters to paint these pieces to make it that much more special.
So it's going to be full carbon fiber, but custom painted, which will be the first time we've ever done a paint scheme to this magnitude. And it's going to be based off of the Huracan STO launch edition colors, which I believe is Blue Lafay and Arancio, California. It's basically like a light blue and orange. I think it's going to be absolutely stunning. And we're going to leave some carbon parts exposed as well. And if it's done well, I think it's going to be one of the coolest bikes in the whole world.
Painting stuff is a challenge of its own. That's why we use professionals for that, and we want to make sure it's tip-top. So the painter is going to be a high-level painter that paints concourse type of vehicles and specializes in some of these old Ferraris that sell for a couple $1 million. So that's the responsibility is on us, on our end, because that's what I promised you, that let's do it, because I got really, really excited when I saw that the rendering that you had. But that's why we partook on it. But also what we're gonna do on our end for Jaret is, when you get carbon products, the subframe will fit right on it, bolt on, you don't have to do much. But when you get fairing pieces, you kind of have to, especially if you're painting them, definitely don't just try to paint it, put it on the bike, because these are plastic, right? Like you could do this to this fairing piece, this doesn't damage it. And they're flexible. If you work on a bike, you'll see that you have to sometimes bend stuff to make it fit properly, or you have room to do that. But with carbon pieces, it's not that it's not good quality carbon, it's just the nature of carbon fiber. It has a lot more stiffness to it. So that's why I recommend everyone who wants to do this on their own or wants to get on a project, even if you're putting track fairings on that you're painting, you're supposed to put it on, do all your fine adjustments and fitments, and then paint it. So that's what we're gonna do on our end for him. And it's gonna be, I'm kind of scared of the logistics because of shipping something of that caliber out. It's a big challenge, but I think we should be able to do it.
Yeah.
And then you guys can watch the whole journey on his YouTube channel, because he does it on his YouTube channel where he posts the episodes of it. So it's really, really cool.
Yep, you'll see the whole journey with the bike.
But yeah, so if you guys want to see the in-depth stuff, go to his channel. I want to talk about this beauty here, the 23 V4S.
Some of the updates.
Yeah, well, the first thing was that when this bike came off the trailer, first thing that popped to me was that, oh my God, it's so red, because I thought it was me that I've had the SP2 around, or all the carbon bikes, or all the bikes that we painted here, that was different than just the red Ducatis. So I was like, I didn't remember the red being this vivid.
When they pulled it out of the crate, I thought the same thing. And then I found out that it's a different red.
Yeah, and today I found from you, because I asked, hey, is that the regular red? And it's that's one of the big changes, I think, for the 22 bikes, that it's a different shade of red. But there's a load of upgrades that the bikes got in 22 and 23. I've ridden my SP2. It's I don't know if you've ridden this much yet, but I think it's a good refresh. It feels like a totally different bike, and also refined bike. One of the pet peeves was the quick shifter is now much better. I think that was the low point.
Clunky.
Yeah, a little clunky, didn't work as good, but
False neutrals.
Yeah, first time I rode my SP2 was that, oh my God, the quick shifter is night and day difference. They raised the back end of this bike by 5 millimeters. It makes the biggest difference when you get on it. It's 5 mil, you're like, it's whatever, but I'm on my tippy toes.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's a big difference. Also, the fairings have changed, the ergonomics changed, and Ducati has been a master of aerodynamics. They were the first, I think, one of the first mainstream companies to put winglets on the bikes, but so all these shapes have changed around here, around the tank. It's for the ergonomics of it. And if you guys...
Even the extractors at the bottom for heat.
Yeah, for the people who complain, you know,
I'm one of those people. I complained about the heat.
Yeah, but...
Every other leader bike can do it. Well, I can't Ducati.
It's a different engine.
Yeah, but so Aprilia has a V4.
When it's making... Aprilias get really hot, man.
That's true, it does get hot.
Yeah, you had the Tuono, so you the RSV4 with the... It's the nature of it, right? The exhaust is right here. Yeah. This might not get as hot because this is a Euro 5 exhaust, so that's kind of changed too.
Yeah.
So that's a big change because it was a big horn over here, right? Yeah. So that might actually help with it, but
I think the restrictions too, with like the exhaust flow and the sound and all that, I think that actually makes the bike get hotter too. So now they're having the fans come on sooner, and then I think when you do the full exhaust and a tune and a filter and all that, and you just let it flow a little bit better, I think it actually helps with the heat.
But also the cat, right? The cat works at a certain temperature. It has to heat up.
Has to heat up.
So that's one of the things. So that's one of the, like, I guess looks wise, those are the upgrades.
And the wings, smaller wings, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the wings are, I think, I forgot the figure, but they're more efficient, but they're more
40% smaller.
Yeah,
and they're the same amount of downforce.
Yeah, there you go. So they're more efficient. And a couple other things I noticed. This bike has the grips already on it, so it has the Pro Grip grips, and I really like him. I have them on the SP2, and they feel great. And if you guys want these grips, you could use them on. It doesn't have to be a Ducati. They come in all different colors. You could jump on our website and take a look at them. One thing I noticed, other than just being in the black on the rear sets, the pegs are different. I don't know if you noticed.
They're grippier.
Yeah, they completely changed the foot pegs.
They try to do a lot more black in general. You notice that? How things are black now.
Yeah, exactly.
Less colors, less silver.
But all those stuff are changing anyways. They're gonna do them black, but they're gonna be beautiful machine pieces on the bike. And I think also some of the electronic elements of the bike has changed. And one of the other things is the cylinder deactivation.
Yeah.
I think that's a new thing that when I first got on my SP2, I started, I was like,
Doesn't feel
man,
like it's on, right?
yeah, I'm like, this is too quiet. And then you put it in gear and it starts roaring. It's still too quiet. That's why you put the exhaust on that bike. But also another thing, guys.
Oh, best part.
The key. They changed this. It's a subtle change, but.
I thought you were going to show the dash.
Oh.
That's not the best part for me.
The dash.
It's the racing dash screen. And then it used to just go to red when you switched it. So see how it's outlined in red. But now when you go into the race modes, you get this brand new dash. And at the top, you have different options of what you can see up there. But whenever you do the RPM gauge, it goes across the whole thing. And then these will actually light up too when they're being used. And the racing, I believe Divizioso helped them develop that.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's racing MotoGP inspired. Your big tack in the middle. You have your lap timer there. It looks super cool.
I'm still jealous that you got to hang out with Divizioso.
I know. I got to hang out with a lot of the riders in Italy too when we went for World Ducati Week. And met everybody. Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah, I saw that. It seemed like a lot of fun.
It was.
But yeah, so I guess that's I'm sure we forgot some of the stuff or left it out. I think actually the tank holds more fuel.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think so. I think if I'm not mistaken, the tank actually holds more fuel, which is a good thing because these things are thirsty.
They are, yeah.
But, who cares about the fuel?
Nobody does.
Exactly. So yeah, so now we're going to get on with filming a video for Jaret. We're going to do the first mods on his Panigale V4S.
Yep. We're starting the mods. This is the last time you'll see it in stock form.
Yeah, but if you guys want to see the whole video of the installs, just jump on this channel.
Last but not least.
Well, maybe we should just start with that, right?
Yeah.
So of course, guys, Manny from Motomillion is a sponsor of the builds. So the first mod we have to do, look at this. He gets to do the honors. Oh yeah. So he's gonna put the Motomillion keychain on there.
Alright guys, so we did film a couple episodes for Jaret Campisi's build series, but let me quickly show you what we did. And I really think these are essential first mods. They have a huge impact on how the bike looks and also the functionality of the bike. Furthermore, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. I think, like, it's for me, the first things that I changed on the bike. And what are they? So we got rid of the reflectors on the calipers. We used the TWM caliper spacers. And then we got rid of the mirrors. I always say the mirrors for a body type like me and Jaret, we're kind of the same height. They're kind of useless on these Ducatis. Nothing against Ducati, but it's just, when you have a super bike like this, that's really a race bred machine. It doesn't work, and with any other brand, I haven't had luck on the BMWs or the Yamahas as well. So what we did was we installed the NRC front turn signals, which are the mirror deletes, and you'll see how nicely they work. And to not compromise on the safety, we did the bar end mirrors by CRG. So these are all American made products. The NRC mirror block off plates with the LED lights are made in New York. These beautiful CRG bar end mirrors are made in California. There are other options out there. You've seen it on our SP2. If you want to check them out on how to clean up the front end of your bike, there is other options with these bikes and they're still high quality products. It's just the different look that you're going for. And levers. So if you don't want to go and change your master cylinders, you could put these beautiful TWM levers. And ergonomically, these are the best thing that's out there. And if you watch MotoGP guys, this looks very familiar to you because on the MotoGP bikes, they run the same lever ends. And another essential mod is this Motomillion keychain we put on the bike. I think in terms of functionality and looks, this is one of my favorite pieces, the TWM fuel cap. We put the carbon fiber fuel cap on this bike. This bike eventually will become a all carbon fiber bike with a beautiful paint scheme, as we discussed with Jaret earlier. But this is so beautiful, just quarter turn, take it off, looks great. If you don't prefer the carbon fiber, you just want CNC machined aluminum, you could get the 150 TWM, that's just an aluminum piece. And another piece that we changed was this rear seat tail cover. And we did this as an essential mod because, to be honest, this was the stock one. So these are the new ones that come on the 22s and 23s. The black one doesn't bother me so much, but this kind of looks, because there's so many different shades of red when you put this here, it was kind of distracting. I think this is for the new bikes. For me, it's an essential first mod. Again, it's not an expensive piece and it's not a cover. So it's a complete replacement piece. And it does save some weight. And back over here, I think one of the most impactful things on these bikes are the fender eliminators. And it got rid of that big fender made by NRC right here in the US in New York. Overall, the bike is looking beautiful. Oh, and I forgot one other thing actually. It's the radiator guards. I refuse to ride a bike, especially a brand new bike, without radiator guards on it. Being involved in the industry, you have no idea how many times you get a phone call and people are like, I just picked up my bike from the dealer and unfortunately I just got a rock through the radiator. It doesn't happen often, but you hear these stories. It's a very effective way to protect your radiator. Also, over time, it protects the efficiency of that radiator because all your fins are standing straight. And another thing for looks, look at this. It's all black. If not before, this piece was silver. It just really sticks out. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. And if you want to check out the in-depth install of these videos, just check out Jaret's channel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have a great one.